Remember the week before we were talking about watering the garden?
Yes.
Does it matter if you're good or bad?
No.
If you water the garden, what happens?
Grows.
It grows, right? And it doesn't matter if you're a good person or Hitler. You do the right things long enough, you will get vegetables. It will grow. So the point about that is at some point in your journey, you're going to start thinking you're a bad person. You're going to start having self-doubt. You're going to start wondering if you did the right things, if it was all worth it. I was happier when I was fat. I didn't have all this loose skin. I don't care what you're thinking, just keep doing the job. Just keep watering the garden. Does that make sense? And remember last week's topic was your number one problem. What was your number one problem?
They think too much.
Not too much.
We think.
You think, period. It's the fact that you think. You've been given the choice of thinking. And the second you start thinking, you start doubting, you start second guessing, you get distracted, and now you're off the path. Does that make sense? It was a very, very powerful lesson. Okay? So, which leads me to this week's talk, which is this. Remember what I tell you, everything you have in your life right now is from choices you've made. Is that true?
Yep.
I mean, you might be mad at your husband, but you're the one who said I do, right? You're the one who said yes. So you made that choice. You made that choice to go to college there or not go to college, to stay or to move or to enlist or not enlist. That's what you got. Your life is a summation of all your choices. True? Yes?
Yes.
Okay. The thing I want you to remember this. Not making a choice is also what?
A choice.
A choice. Dr. Vuong, I just did what everyone else wanted to do. That's still a choice. I never spoke up. I just did whatever my husband wanted to do. That was also a choice. You understand that, right? Not making a choice is also a choice. So, I don't know about you, but if it's me, I'd rather make the choice. Yes? Okay. Which leads me to the corollary, and this is very powerful. Once you've made a choice, I'm making a choice, damn it. I'm having weight loss surgery. I'm reading the book. I'm going back to school. Not taking action on a choice is also what? Not a choice. You can choose to do something, but if you never take action on it, it's like it's not a choice. Does that make sense? This is very important. Why is this important? Because it goes back to this again, right? Watering your garden, doing the work. Okay? And this is a fun little exercise. I'll do this with y'all, okay? So pretend like my eyes are closed, I can't see, and I'm trying to get over to Raylan over there, okay? I'm trying to get it that way. And I don't know, let's say y'all spin me around, and all you can tell me is forward, left, or right, okay? Now, tell me which way to go to get to her.
Left. Turn to the
Louder?
left. To the left.
Louder?
Left. Left.
Louder?
Left. Left.
What's the problem? I have to take an action first. You can yell at me all you want. Left, left. Dr. Vuong, take a step forward. Step forward. I gotta move. The second I move, now you can say, hey, go left. Does that make sense? This is very important. Not taking action is also not a choice. You gotta move first. You gotta meet me halfway. You gotta come towards me before I can tell you what to do. You gotta show up to the seminar. You gotta come to that first welcome visit. How many people have friends who say, oh, I'm gonna have surgery just like you did, and they never do anything? All of y'all say, I know 3 or 4 people who need your help, Dr. Vuong. Why aren't they here? Because they haven't taken that first step. Okay? So you have to do action before you can correct. So it's actually better for you to make a mistake. If you made a mistake, I can correct that. If you sit still in one place, like, I cannot move along. Does that make sense? Which means in your life, the number one lump that you're going to have to move is who? Not your husband. Not your kids. If my husband would just get on board, I would lose more weight. No!
You gotta do it for yourself.
If my kids would only eat what I cook. No! It's yourself. Okay? So, that's a big one for y'all to remember. It's me. It's always me. I'm the problem. I'm the problem. Okay? Yourself. Move yourself. So, when it comes to action, there's only one type in Dr. Vuong's book that counts. You guys want to know what it is? It's this word. Measurable. If I can't measure it, it doesn't matter. I have to be able to measure it. That's the only way you know if you're going in the right direction or not. Now, we are very confused about this in the world, okay? So, y'all hate it when I do this, but I'm going to do it anyway. So this is the correct, this is the wrong, okay? Now, there are many areas in our life that we can change, is that true? And the one I like to start with is this, money. Why? Because it's measurable. And the measure is this. Did your savings account go up or did it not? Savings, up or down? That's all you need to know. Do you have more in the bank this month than last month? Yes or no? Most of you are going to say no. It's the same. It's a little bit less. Mine's a little bit less. Okay? Now, why is this an issue? Because people make it complicated. They say, yeah, but you don't understand. This happened. We had this vacation trip planned, and I got all my money tied up in my house. At least I own a house. Listen, you don't own a house. You guys all understand that, right? You don't own your house. Who owns your house? The bank owns your house. No, Dr. Vuong, you don't understand. I've paid off my mortgage. You still don't own the house. Who owns the house? County taxes. You don't pay your property taxes. You'll find out real fast who owns your house. You got it? But people get very confused. They want to tie it up into this and that, but I got this expense. No. Savings account go up or down. See, it's how much you keep. That's what you need to know. How much of what you made is what you keep. I should put keep here. People think it's make. That's the wrong measure. I got a raise. I made more money this year than last year. I did more hair. No, how much of that did you keep? That's what you want to know. And you can measure it. And the funny thing about money is this. It doesn't care if you're male or female. Is that true? There are female billionaires. It doesn't care if you're black or white. There are rich black people, y'all know that, right? Doesn't matter if you're young or old. There are teenagers making millions selling apps right now while we sit. Is that true?
Yeah.
It's true. You know, Colonel Sanders was 65 before he started KFC. Not the best example for us, but you know. He's 65. You can still do it. There's still time. Money doesn't care. And you can measure it. Does that make sense? Okay. So, you guys are here because of your weight. Now, what's the worst measure of weight? Scale. But y'all what? Love the scale. Obsessed over the scale. Is that true?
Yeah.
Want to give everything to that scale. Damn, scale hasn't moved. Damn scale. But I'll give you a better way to measure. Did I have a smoothie today?
Yep.
Raise your hand if you had a smoothie today. Is that a right measure? Yes. Smoothie. You know it's fruits and vegetables. Did I have my salad today?
Yep.
Did I have my 10 bottles of water or 8 bottles of water? How's my water doing? Pour a gallon jug, walk around with it all day. Drink only water from that jug and see where you are. It's 5 o'clock. I'm halfway through my day. Am I halfway through my gallon jug? Answer is yes or no. Easy to measure?
Yes.
Absolutely easy to measure. And if you just do this long enough, will the scale move? I promise you it will move. If you start thinking about why that damn scale's not moving, are you gonna fall for this trick? This trap? Yes, that's what happens. Okay? Now let's say success or career. Okay? This is easy to measure. See, most people measure by this. Did I get a raise? Why is that not a good measure? You worked all year long for your 25-cent raise?
Because you work for the government.
Yeah. For the state.
And then sometimes they won't even give you a raise, and then you talk yourself into, at least I still have a job. Thank God. That's a terrible measurement. What's a better measurement? Let me tell you a better measurement. Did I show up 5 minutes early to work today? Did I show up on time today? Did I get all my work done today? Is that easy to measure? Did I call in sick? Did I call in sick because I was really hungover? Did I volunteer for the project? Did I volunteer to go to the training? You know, Microsoft Office has an online course that you can take, and after you're done, it gives you a certificate that says you're certified in Microsoft Office. Take you a weekend to do. How much does it cost you? Nothing. But if you apply for a job and you say, hey, here's my Microsoft Office certification, are you more likely or less likely to get that job than someone who doesn't have it? More. So a better thing is like, did I have the certificates? Did I volunteer for the training? Did I show up to work on time? Did I do all my work? Am I bitching and moaning? Am I reliable? Those are better measures, is that right? You guys understand what I'm saying? Thinking that they value you based on whether or not they give you a raise is absolutely wrong. Because you don't know the economic forces your bosses are undergoing. We all think this is all great and busy. No, there are economic forces outside of my control. You understand? And then, eventually you're going to get to something like spirituality. Now, people are really screwed up about this. Like, at least I'm spiritual. I'm a good person. Can you measure that? Very hard. Like, I'm a true believer. Really? You are? How do you measure that? Just because they say it? Just because they go to church on Sundays?
By their actions.
You go to church on Sundays, why are you cheating on your husband? Why are you not helping a stranger? Right? So, a lot of people want to talk. When it comes to stuff like this, it's just too much talking. It's not enough doing. Yes? Does that make sense? Now here's the problem. I did it in this order for a reason. What's the reason? There's two. Number one, more measurable, less measurable, or harder to measure as you go down. But the opposite's true. If you talk to the common person, they think that they're all big talk down here, and they talk about money like it's something weird and hard. Does that make sense what I just said? I'm like telling you, they're backwards. This is very easy to measure. Did it go up or down? That's it. No emotions about it at all. There's nothing emotional about it. Okay? So one, it's easier to measure from top to the bottom. Number two, this one's really important. Let's start by this one. If you focus here, all of this will fall in line. going to say that one more time. If you focus on this, everything down here will fall in line, will happen for you. Because for you to grow your money, you better show up to work on time. You better get those certificates and degrees. You better learn how to communicate without losing your temper. You better stop talking about your boss behind their back, right? Now you have money. So now you have money to donate to your church. You have money to donate to the homeless, to your cause, your charity, to help out your community, to help out your sick mom, to send your kids to college if you want them to go to college. If you focus here and you miss out on this, you got it all backwards. Remember this, the average person, 70% of Americans living paycheck to paycheck. 2/3 of Americans are obese. So the average person is what? Broke and sick, right? Broke and obese. You don't want to be an average person. In fact, I will tell you that in today's world, if you're living an average life, it's actually a below average life. It's a below average life. Does that make sense what I'm saying? And the reason why you guys had this weight loss surgery, the reason why you're here today, is because you wanted your life to change. Is that true? Some part of this is all screwed up in your life. And I'm telling you, start with this. Make it very easy. Your weight loss journey will be much easier. I'll give you an example. You'll never get to this if you think fruits and vegetables are too expensive. You cannot afford a $75 Nutri-Ninja for a smoothie. That's here. You get this part straight, smoothies are cheap. You're worth it. Does that make sense? You got it? Y'all ready to go be awesome this week?
Yes.
Go be awesome. Get out of here.
Okay.
Awesome. Thanks.